Well, good afternoon and welcome to Double K Home Projects. This afternoon we're going to be planting some flowers in in a couple of our planters that we set out front of our house, and I'm going to be helping with the dirt part of it, but Laura is going to be the one that's going to do the planting. She likes to do her own arrangement, and she puts it together pretty nice usually. So anyway, we'll get started. We've got our pots there. I need to clean them out with my little shovel or little hoe, and I'm going to clean out this stuff here. The dirt's probably still good. We're going to mix it in with this other dirt, and then reload them. And then I really need to put a little bit of fertilizer in here, I think. Okay, I'm going to clean these out here. This leftover weeds or leftover flowers. It's going to clean it out. Got some other stuff growing down in here too I don't want in there. It's weeds probably. I think these are probably roots from your old flowers. Don't you think?
Probably.
Okay, I'm just going to dump this right here in this other pile of dirt. Just set that aside. Got some old roots and stuff. There we go. Okay. All right, let's get this one up here. Do the same thing. I want you to come on a little closer and get in here to see this. It's just a bunch of roots and stuff from the old flowers that we had in here, I do believe, from last year.
And previous years.
Well, I usually clean it out every year and mix it back up. Okay, we've about got all this out. We're going to dump this one now. Okay, probably have to take and clean these off with a wet rag or something. All right, now I'm going to take this and I got to get a shovel. I'm going to mix it up on this plastic here a little bit, and then I'm going to throw a bunch in the wheelbarrow here, and I'm going to put a little bit of fertilizer in it and mix it all up really good with this other dirt that I've got. Let's get her mixed up here just a little. Get some of that other dirt up in here. This is all a potting soil. We usually end up using it year after year. Maybe adding some new to it every once in a while. So I'm going to add some 10-10-10 fertilizer to it to help boost it, the nutrients a bit. That's good enough. Good enough mixing there. Let's get the wheelbarrow up here. Okay. That wind's blowing. It's liable to get you all dirty. I'm trying to get some of the other dirt along with this other stuff. I'll probably end up getting more than I need. Then we'll just put that mixture in another pot, you know. Think that's enough? I don't know.
Can't tell. I actually have a total of 4 pots to do, so.
What we don't use, we can cover up for now
Yep.
and then use it. Because I think that's probably plenty for those 2 pots. So I'm just going to put some fertilizer in here now. I can reach it over here. That's probably plenty of fertilizer, I would say. Okay. Now let me kind of mix this in. Got carpenter bees starting to show up. They have their own little projects, don't they? Boring holes in your wood. Okay, I think that's probably good on that. So now we just need to add this to the pots. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and fill these back up with dirt. Got them cleaned off as much as we're going to clean them off for right now. I'm going to fill them up so high, and then she's going to put plants in them and then add dirt around the plants. And that may be enough. We'll see. We'll see if she approves. Okay, got a bunch of root in that. Get rid of that. Okay, that looks about the same. I may have a little more in that one than this one. Okay. All right, I'm gonna stop right there and see what she says about that.
All right.
So what are you doing to the bottom of these things?
I'm loosening the soil so that the roots are looser. And I'm just sort of setting them approximately where I want them. And then I will add soil around them. And I've got several different varieties that I like to put in. I like to put one of each one. I like that in the middle.
So what have we planted so far?
I've got, I don't know what these are called. They're spikes is
Just
what I
a
call
spike?
them. That's what I call it. And then a geranium. And this is a new one I've never tried
It almost
before.
looks like you need to dig out a little bit for that.
I'm going
looks like.
to bring it,
Yeah.
to get it in there. It's got a little bit deeper roots.
Yeah.
I want it, these on each side of the spike. And I'm going to put more dirt around, but I'm just
Right.
getting.
Yeah, some of those with the deep roots, you may have to dig out a little bit.
Yeah.
I probably put a little too much dirt in there.
That's okay.
Probably.
We'll get it.
I didn't realize that the pots were so big.
Well, and I'm trying to make sure I get it even with the top here, because I'm going to put it dirt up to the top.
Yes.
Right. Come on. There you go.
The roots are hard to get out of there.
Yeah.
That one went in just a little easier.
I'm going to have plenty of flowers, as you can see, for several pots, which is good. Some of these are a little root bound inside of these. Takes a little bit to get them out. So I sort of like to do almost like a red, white, and blue. These are really a dark purple, but they're as close to a blue as I believe you can get. So I'm sort of, red, white, blues, purples around. I like to put a variety in. I think it makes it look prettier. Each of these will get bigger and fill it.
Okay, I had to help her get that one out. That it just was root bound in that container, and it did not want to come out of there. We finally got a couple of them out without breaking them.
All right, now I need to add dirt around all of this.
Yeah, you have to be careful doing that too, not to add too much, up around.
That's why it's easier just to do handfuls.
Mm-hmm.
So I sort of did like the spike in the middle and sort of put these around it. Like I said, I don't know exactly what that plant's called, but I just sort of call it a spike. And they'll all grow outward. I think that's maybe a little more back there.
Yeah, you might have to stand back and look at it to see where to add dirt, because I can see some voids that you might want to add a little more. I'll let you decide on that. Yeah. Just make sure it's not covering your leaves up there.
That's what I'm trying to do.
Yeah. Kind of looks like we got. There, get some leaves out of there. There we go. All right. Yeah, that looks pretty good.
That's one.
Maybe a little more dirt, like right in there. See that right there? Sorry about that. Yeah.
I sort of plant them towards the center because it scoots out so far that you got to have room for roots. Start with these.
We pulled out a bunch of them out of their containers before we started this one to try to make it just a little bit easier.
So we've got them both placed. Let's look at them. They're slightly different, but they're similar. Now all I need to do is water the two of them, and I've got other pots and things to put out here. But this is a start on my garden out front.